Well, hello friends. Let's talk about life cycles. We talk a lot about life cycles in kindergarten, don't we? Life cycle of a salmon, life cycle of a plant, life cycle of a bird, and now, of course, we're going to talk about life cycle of a butterfly and life cycle of a plant. We're going to talk about that a little tiny bit more. First, let's talk about the life cycle of a plant. You may have one of these workbooks at home. You might not, and that's okay too. But at the back, there is a map. And this map walks you through the different stages in the life cycle of a plant. And you know how cycles work. They're a circle that goes around and around. And each circle, you're going to draw one stage of the life cycle of the plant. Now, I also have these really cute little magnets I'll show you. They look like stickers, but they're not, and they're going to help us figure out the life cycle of a plant. So where should we start? We've got a seedling, a plant with a flower, a fruit with seeds inside, a fruit still clinging to the plant, and some seeds. Where should I begin? Well, you're right. I can start wherever I wish because a life cycle starts at any point. But let's do the seeds. Yeah? Okay. So the first thing that happens is a seed germinates. So if you give it soil and water, the seed will begin to expand. Its seed coat cracks. A little sprout goes up and a little root goes down. So what is next? Tell me when to stop. We're here? Yes, you're right. Good job. Seedling. The seed sprouts into a seedling. The seedling usually has little tiny leaves that open up and starts reaching up towards the sun to collect the sunlight to make its food. All right, so we got that. So what's next, do you think? Tell me when to stop. Right there. The plant blooms. You've got it. So the plant is actually going to grow bigger leaves. It's going to reach up towards the sun and spread its leaves out. And then once it gets developed, it's going to make a little flower. And that flower is very attractive to a little bumblebee and other pollinating insects. And the other insects will come and visit the flower and visit other flowers and pollinate each one, mixing up that pollen, that flower powder. Once it's done that, then the flower can close and it starts to grow into something else. Which one do you think? Yes, this one. The flower begins to turn into fruit. It begins to turn into a fruit. And that could be a pumpkin, an apple, a plum, an orange, even a tomato. I know, tomatoes don't seem like fruits, but they are. This fruit usually has something that's delicious to other animals to eat. So that, in this case, is a pumpkin. And the seeds are inside. If something's really delicious to other animals, like a blackberry, they might eat it and it stays in their tummy. And if it was a bird, they might fly away somewhere else. And then they might go to the bathroom and poop it out. And now the seed falls down to the ground in a new place. It's the way that seeds travel. Amazing. Next one. Only one left. Fruit releases seeds. If the fruit has been pollinated and it's given enough time to grow and ripen, the seeds inside will fully develop. And they will be ready to be planted in the ground that year or in the next spring. And it goes around and around and around. All right. What about the life cycle of a butterfly? Let's find out. I'm going to use a book. This story is called Pickle. Just kidding. It's called Butterfly. Written by Susan Canizares. How do butterflies grow? They grow from an egg. That, my friends, is a butterfly egg. It's not really that size. It's probably that size. Isn't it beautiful? To a caterpillar. So the caterpillar crawls out of the egg, and the first thing it does is eat it. It eats the egg. Our chicks didn't do that, but caterpillars do. they grow from caterpillar to chrysalis. So that's what our caterpillars are going to do, friends. They're going to make a J like that. And when they do, it means they're ready to build their chrysalis. And they'll stay inside there and go through metamorphosis. They grow from chrysalis. Oh, look it, it's opening. To butterfly. There it is. Amazing. And then this adult, whether it's a male or a female, will either help to fertilize eggs and give it the spark of life, or it will lay eggs on plants, and those eggs will in turn hatch and grow and develop into a new butterfly. All right, let's try this one now. Butterfly, egg, chrysalis, caterpillar, and an emerging butterfly, emerging from a chrysalis. Let's start off our life cycle. Where should I start? Eggs again? Okay, we'll do eggs again up at the top. So you're right, an egg is the very beginning of a brand new caterpillar's baby life. Okay, so an adult would lay, the female would lay an egg on a leaf that would be very delicious to a caterpillar. Eggs. So what's next? Tell me when to stop. Yes, right here. So after the caterpillar develops in the egg, it hatches out, just like our chick did. And a caterpillar, another name for a caterpillar is larva. Many caterpillars, larvae. All right, next one. That's right. Chrysalis. A chrysalis is formed, and this stage is called a pupa. But a chrysalis is a specific word just for butterflies. Look at that big word, chrysalis. And that's where the real nature magic happens. Metamorphosis. If you haven't said that yet, try that word out. Metamorphosis. 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 What do you think is next after the butterfly has been developing inside that chrysalis? Yes, an adult emerges from the chrysalis. Ta-da! It's showtime. They don't fly right away. They need some time to pump the blood into their wings, get strong. And then, last but not least, is the butterfly. And that's the adult stage. I'm going to put that one right there. Butterfly. During this stage, most butterflies visit flowers and drink from the nectar. And while they're visiting flowers, drinking from the nectar, they're also mixing up that pollen, that flower powder, to help pollinate the flowers so that they can create fruit and seeds of their own. But some, very few, but there's a few moths and butterflies that actually don't eat at all. Then they're going to lay their own eggs on special leaves. There we go. Eggs, caterpillar, chrysalis, adult, butterfly. I think you should get a piece of paper. I think you should draw out this life cycle of a butterfly, drawing arrows between each stage. Thanks for listening, friends. You're learning so much, and I'm so proud of you.